Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Cilinix Crypto. I hope you're all doing great, and welcome to this new video here on Dogecoin. Wanted to do a full update just in general on the current situation. The current situation, to be fair, just to get right into the video, and then you can click away. Current situation is stable. All right, Dogecoin has been holding its balance relatively well right here. And ultimately, I still expect a bullish continuation, but there's opportunities to both sides, right? To the upside with some sort of a breakout, it's a possibility, but also to get a bit of a further pullback, as Dogecoin has a major amount of support, basically all the way from 21.5 cents into 18.5 cents. Very big, but we're just going to do a full update here on the technicals and some fundamental related things for Dogecoin. So let's get right into it. Now, first of all, talking about the fundamentals, obviously it's not really fundamentals for Dogecoin, but the market has been doing very, very well, right? I mean, Bitcoin, which, historically is very correlated to Dogecoin, its last day it was correlated for about 85%, and that last 15% was probably the 15% that caused Bitcoin to break out and Dogecoin not to break out. All right, because you can see that that Bitcoin is obviously stronger than Dogecoin. The Bitcoin dominance has also been surging, right? So that's normal, but this is good news, all right, in my opinion. And if you want my full analysis, if you want my full thoughts on that, then check out my Bitcoin video. But in my opinion, Bitcoin has broken out, and even though for Dogecoin we don't necessarily have an indication that it's going to break out as well, Bitcoin breaking out is obviously good news, right? So we're looking for longs right here on Dogecoin. I think that's in line with what Bitcoin is showing us. I think that's in line with what others, aka altcoins, are showing us as well. But I'll make a video on that a little bit later as well, so check that out. But Dogecoin itself, like I said, I mean, after hitting that major resistance level right here at 25.5, 26 cents, where you have that yearly rolling VWAP and a very strong resistance level, we've dropped down slightly and we've started to find balance. All right, you can see right here, if we make some sort of a composite a volume profile here, you can see that we're mostly finding balance here between 21.8 cents or 0.218 and 0.238, right? That's the main balance, and sometimes we deviate below that, but I don't really see any reason, and that means and that's both positive and negative. I don't see any reason for this balance to break. The volume on Sunday was quite high, right? Across the board it was, but even with that volume, we did not break above value, or we did not break above the balance. Let's say it like that. And then the volume over the course of yesterday was actually pretty low, and you need that volume, or you need some sort of open interest, which, by the way, open interest has been scaling up a little bit. So I'm leaning towards a bullish breakout, but is it enough? No, right? So therefore, I think there's some room to the downside as well for Bitcoin that it can fill back into. Therefore, I'd say it's most likely for Dogecoin right now that we're going to stay in balance. And then there's basically two things I'm looking at mostly for Dogecoin. First of all, it would be a breakout. Now, I would say trading the breakout for Dogecoin is quite difficult, for the sheer reason that if you actually want to have a breakout confirmed, the level that at least needs to break is 0.238. And if you trade that breakout, right? I mean, on the 1 hour time frame, maybe you can make it work. But if you trade that breakout, like the first price target is pretty close. Like the first price target is right here. That's about an 8% move, which sounds like a lot. But if you also want to take into account where you put a stop loss, I don't know, it could work. But that's the main level you're looking at for a bullish breakout, for a move into the yearly rolling VWAP again. And then to the downsides, well, like I said earlier, there's just some levels. If we get if we get some sort of bearish momentum volatility, and we push down below balance, I think the entire area between 21 and 19 cents, there's some amazing levels in there to long from. Obviously riskier, but the potential reward is also there, right? So yeah, that's those are my thoughts on Dogecoin right now. Wait for those two areas, and I would say ignore the chop here in the middle. But those are my thoughts. I think that's what you need to know. If you do have any questions, let me know down in the comments. For now, thank you for watching. Take care and bye.